Right, scrapped up. This is Ollie versus Binley. That's Ollie P, and Binley is Ewan, I'm pretty sure. So Ollie as the Terran player in the bottom left, and up in the top right of 16-bit, an older map. We've got Ewan is playing Zerg. So I like a bit of Zerg. Let's find out what's going to happen here. Pretty standard form for a Zerg on a, it's a reasonable sized map. This so pretty standard form would be to go hatchery first. So basically you drone up until you are supply blocked. You build an overlord. As soon as that overlord finishes up, you crank out 3 more drones, and one of those you send down here to, or actually at the front. I'd probably go to build your expand straight away. Ollie very sensibly is going to wall off, and that's absolutely the right thing to do against Zerg. Get the barracks down in the wall, get the supply depots down. I mean, I'm not sure about this second depot. You don't need it just yet. Even a Zerg that is going to rush on a map this size, it's a while before the Lings are going to arrive at your base, so you don't need to go ham with that. So Binley deciding to take the Safer Expo out the back. And it doesn't really matter. On a map like this, as a Zerg, I would be up into 3 bases as quickly as I can possibly get away with it. So I would generally go hatch, pull, as he has done, get a couple of Lings out on the map, get some scouting done. Standard form with the Zerg, you send your overlords across the map. Overlords move remarkably slowly. But you send them straight across to your opponent's base, and in general, the first overlord might be able to get in for free and have a look around. Against the Terran, it's less likely because their first units out shoot up. If you're against a Zerg or a Protoss, you can always certainly get the overlord in to have a look. Against the Terran, a bit trickier, but it's always worthwhile suiciding in an overlord at maybe the sort of 3.5, 4 minute. Maybe 3.5's a little early, but somewhere around the 4 minute or so mark, once you're up and stable and feeling pretty happy, you can suicide in an overlord to get a scout. They're reasonably tanky. They've got 200 health. Your opponent is unlikely to have large numbers of Marines, so the Marines take a while to kill them, and even at the speed they go at, they're likely to get in and have a look around. If they do get shut down really quickly by loads of Marines, well, then you know what's coming. Your opponent's coming at you with loads of Marines. So yeah, it's generally worthwhile. They recent patches have made overlord speed relatively cheap and quick to get. So it's really common these days for Zerg players to get overlord speed as soon as they can, so that they can get that overlord in, get a look around, get it back out again. So there's a handful of Lings on the map, as you can see. Another batch of them actually coming across the map. These Marines are out of position. They don't want to be. They don't want to be on the outside of this wall. They want to be in behind this wall, so that when the Lings come up, they can't get surrounded, and the Lings will be nibbling away at supply depots, and these Marines can just shoot them. Marines are ranged. So this is dubious positioning, and I don't like it. There aren't enough Lings yet, but once this other band of Lings joins, there will be enough to just surround these Marines and take them on. And notice that speed isn't too far away either. And the Marines coming down the ramp that's definitely bad. Ollie needs to pull some more workers now to get repairing this, and he needs to make sure this next Marine out is going to be on the inside here. So the workers do come. They are not, however, on auto repair. So, oh no, the Lings are going to get through this depot. These workers are just repairing the racks and not repairing. Oh no, it's a disaster for Ollie here. All these Lings are going to get in, and it's certainly enough Lings to just ruin your day. The Marines popping out now just aren't really going to stand a chance. The Lings are going to get the surround on them straight away. If he can, he has got a factory, so a Hellion can do well, a Widowmine can do well against this many Lings. It's going to take some godlike SCV micro to keep alive. There's more Lings than SCVs, so that is generally a bad sign. So the error made really was on letting them in through the front door by having the Marines on the outside. That's when the mistake was made. these Marines that are coming out, really he needs to try and pull the Marines until he's got an overwhelming number. You know, Marines will trade pretty well against Lings if they have a good number advantage, but when there's so many Lings that you can get a surround, small numbers of Marines just go down so quickly. And of course the reinforcements are going to keep coming here, so it doesn't look like there's much Ollie can do about this. Which is a shame, because you know, he'd opened in the right way. He did have a wall, which was the correct thing to do. It was just that Marine positioning wasn't quite right. Those Marines are behind the wall, then all the Lings on the front line trying to eat the supply depot are getting shot, and that's not a comfortable position to be in as a Zerg. You pull the SCVs to repair, and the Lings can essentially never bust through there. So getting those SCVs repairing, the key there is to pull them into the vicinity and right click the repair button, which auto casts repair, and that just means those SCVs will repair anything in their sight range. So rather than clicking the individual buildings, because if you click repair onto an individual building, once it's repaired up to 100% health, the SCVs will then stop repairing, and if it gets damaged again, they won't automatically start to repair it again. So it is important that you auto cast that repair function to keep your wall intact. That's a pretty heinous amount of Lings running about on the map. It looks like Ollie is going to do monkey about for a bit here, just kind of flying around trying to fake his opponent out, but you know, none of this is going to matter. You know, there's the lair is in production. There's a Binley nest, so you know, it's all of this is really just mucking about for time. You are extremely unlikely to make a comeback from this position, I would suggest. You know, and as for this, I mean, pretty sure the Overlord sees it, and no, it doesn't quite. But once it becomes an Overseer and starts to have a look around, it is going to see this. So the Lings are going to come and shut that down straight away. I don't really see the point of this, to be honest. So let's speed it up even further, and I'm sure we'll get the GG shortly. You can see that Ewan has quite sensibly, you know, this is what you do if somebody is doing this. You build a spire, and personally I'd have gone for Muse, because although actually with the caustic spray, what are these guys doing here? That's a catch and a half, isn't it? Some misrallied queens just happen to be in the middle of the map. But yeah, basically build air so that you can hunt down those flying terror buildings and shut them down. Right, GG.